The Jets add some more offense up front and on the blue line at trade deadline. Hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Jet Setting. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Winnipeg Sun Sports Editor Ted Wyman to get his thoughts on a pretty busy trade deadline day for the Winnipeg Jets, Ted. And got to begin with the headliner as the Jets acquire New Jersey Devils forward Tyler Toffoli at 50% retained in exchange for a second and third round pick. This seems like an absolute home run for GM Kevin Cheveldayoff.
You nailed it, Rob. That's what it is. It's as good as could be expected. If you were tuned in at all to TSN's coverage today, they had Tyler Toffoli right at the top of their trade targets for the entire NHL. And Kevin Cheveldayoff in little old Winnipeg is the guy that goes out and gets them. And that's a huge addition for the Winnipeg Jets. He comes in with 26 goals. That's as many as any player on the Winnipeg Jets has this year. It's Kyle Connor has 26 also. So you just know you're getting a top six guy, going to make their top six really strong, right? Because now I think the initial thinking is he would go on a line with Sean Monahan at center and Nikolai Ehlers on the left, and there's an awful lot of talent right there. He and Monahan played together in Calgary previously. They were junior line mates together in Ottawa and apparently had a great connection. So this is a really good reuniting of that. And then you still got a top line with Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor, and when he's healthy, Gabe Vilardi. I think this just gives the Jets kind of depth they haven't had since 2018 when they actually did take a really good run at the Stanley Cup and made it all the way to the Western Conference Final. When all the teams in the West, Colorado, Vegas, Vancouver, Edmonton, really seemed to be loading up, there was some worry that Winnipeg would get left in the dust today, but they make a couple of trades that I think make them a lot better.
Yeah, and with that retention on the Toffoli deal, it gave them about $3.5 million of cap room, so some more wiggle space. And I think that kind of was sort of the clear indication that something else was going to happen before the deadline. And they strike just before the 3 p.m. Eastern deadline, getting Colin Miller, veteran defenseman, for a fourth round pick. How do you like that fit on the back end?
Well, I think it's really good. Now, you're right. Absolutely. You could tell something was coming. Didn't know what defenseman that would be, but I would have bet a lot of money on it being a right shot defenseman. And they found that in Colin Miller, who's obviously a veteran. Winnipeg fans know him quite well because he was part of that Vegas team that beat the Jets back in 2018 in the Western Conference Final. Played excellent hockey for them. He's got some offense. He's got some physicality. He could slot in, I think, anywhere on the right side. And I don't even know for sure that he makes the top six right now. You know, he could just be a depth guy, or he could be coming in and taking a spot away from, say, Nate Schmidt, who's playing on that right side right now, who's a left-hand shot. Neil Pionk and Dylan DeMello are the other right-hand shots, and you think that they're pretty much settled in those top four positions. But if anything were to happen, you've got some really good insurance there with Colin Miller. So I think, again, that just seems like an excellent trade. And really what the Jets have given up today is a second-round pick, a third round pick, and a fourth round pick, one in each of the next 3 years. And they get the salary retained on Toffoli by probably, going up a pick or something like that to New Jersey to make sure it happened. You couldn't ask for a lot more if you're a Jets fan today. I think you want to know that the Winnipeg Jets are all in. They've had trouble with attendance. There's been a lot of things that haven't worked well in terms of the relationship between the owners and the team right now. And the fans, I should say, right now. And I think to make a move like this, to say, hey, we're all in for the playoffs. We like what we've got. We've got Connor Hellebuck. We've got Josh Morrissey. We've got Mark Scheifele. Let's put some people around them and give this team a really good chance to win. I think people have to be very happy with that.
Yeah, in a competitive Western Conference, it's pretty clear that the Jets are loading up and could go on a lengthy run as much as any other team in the West. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Ted Wyman, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.